Hi everyone. Finally, I get to record this reading. Oh my god. And you guys know I never start my intro like this. Listen. The degree to which I have been blocked to record and speak, which you guys know, or if you don't know, is related to your throat chakra, is like, I'm telling you, and that it rarely happens to me. Because we are all part of a collective. We are all energy. Understand that, right? So if you're guided here, it's not an accident. We're all connected. So that must mean there is some serious lack of clarity, fogged brain, scattered thoughts, and inability to communicate right now that's going on in this community. That was made clear to me. However, we're going to get into a lot of detail today, okay? So let me go ahead with my intro. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys all here, both old and new subscribers. I'm so thankful for you guys, your beautiful energy. Thank you for your comments. And though I can't reply because it's way too much for me to be able to do so, unfortunately, I wish I could. I read every single one of them. And the amount of gratitude that I have is infinite. I want you guys to know that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, time is an illusion, right? So the easiest way I could explain it is that the present, the past, and the future all kind of happens at the same time. And energetically, you're led places. It's not an accident. So though I'm recording this reading right now, and technically I haven't, well, not technically, I literally have not reached the end of this reading yet. Because time is an illusion, all of you that are watching, you're already here. So your energy impacts my ability to connect to the divine and what comes out in this reading. And because your energy is so beautiful, I have to let you know, I am extremely thankful because it's because of you that Spirit really goes out of the way to share messages the way they do on this channel, okay? I'm going to try to make this quick. 1 second. Excuse me, sorry, I was thirsty. For those of you that are new, I always like to begin by introducing myself and my style of reading so you know what you're watching and what to expect. I do so because my style of reading is different than what I see on many other channels here on YouTube. Not that it's better or worse, it's just a different style of reading. So I like you to know what it is that you're watching and what to expect. I'm a medium. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm a medium. That's my natural ability since childhood. What that means is that I directly connect to spirit, those that have crossed over. I am particularly connected to the angelic realm. And Archangel Michael's here very strong, heavy. Okay? But he always is, but heavy. This reading and the last reading. With that being said, because I'm a medium, I have direct contact. Okay, it's like the veil does not exist. When a mediumship involves going into a trance state, they take over my body. So that you're going to be hearing me speaking and sharing information. It's the divine, it's the angels, spirit that is speaking through me, okay? And the messages that they share are messages for your highest good, what you need to know at this given time for the best possible outcome, okay? So with that being said, I'm a no tools reader because I'm a medium, okay? So think of it this way. If I was a psychic hotline, you could just call me up, right? Ask me a question, I'll be like, XYZ, answer. I don't particularly need tarot and oracle cards, though I do use tarot and oracle cards here on this channel, but you're going to hear me channel for quite a bit. Channeling means that you're going to hear me talking, and that is just that's actually the reading. I like to emphasize that, okay? That is the trance state. That is the talking. It's not me talking your head off. It is Archangel Michael and Spirit talking through me. What they do is they share what they need to share. They literally show me the spread while I'm channeling. So you're going to hear me spit out the names of, whatever tarot cards they decide to show me. And that's the beautiful part, okay? Because afterwards, I do pull tarot cards, oracle cards, no particular spread. Again, it's a direct conversation between me and spirit. So they tell me take this, take that, I take that, and I take this. A lot of involuntary movements. Sometimes I don't even notice because it's a trance state. They have me flip up a card, because they want to say something. That's the way it works. And the reason that's freaking beautiful is because the divine's purpose on this channel through these readings is not just to give you information. Because what's the point of that, right? You watch a reading, you get information. If it's something negative, you're like, great, now you're in a bad mood. The divine's purpose here is to raise your vibration and give you confidence. So the channeling, the tarot cards and stuff at the end is to confirm the messages, especially if the cards that come out are quite literally the cards that they had me channel. It's so that you can leave this reading like 100% confident that Spirit's here and they're talking to you. I also do not believe in the message that, this may or may not resonate. Why? Because again, time's an illusion. Energy is energy. If you were led here, there are no such things no such thing as accidents on this. The universe is too intelligent for accidents. It is an angel that freaking grabbed you, brought you here because you needed to hear something. No accidents. So there is something in this reading for you. Something you need to hear. If there's something that doesn't resonate, maybe you don't know it's supposed to resonate yet, but there's something in here for you. Okay? So I would encourage you to hear to the end. That's a long intro. Whatever. State of surrender. They've been having me explain my process a little bit more lately. I think it's because there's a lot of new subscribers. And we're entering I'm already channeling, a very life-changing period. A very life-changing period, especially in December. So the messages that they're sharing can quite literally change your destiny, okay? They're trying to lead you in the right path. So they don't want you to get into the wrong vibration when you're used to seeing tarot cards and they're channeling. They want you to have that confidence that you're about to see spirit and they're about to talk to you, okay? They want you to understand. Okay, so you could just let go, get into a meditative state, and just be open and receptive to hearing what you're going to hear. Okay, another quick message, and I'm sorry that these freaking intros are going to be so long for the next couple of readings, but this is an emergency. I have to put it out there. Go to my community page. Follow me on Instagram, Victoria_the_medium. Everything that you need to know about me is down below. How to book readings, how to link to my Instagram. I'm going through a very tough situation right now with social media because there are imposters that have been stealing my information and making fake accounts on Instagram. God knows if there's other social media accounts, I don't know. And they're using my picture, my name, everything. But what makes this terrible is that they are actually doing so and sending people DMs and messages pretending to be me and asking for money to book readings, and people are paying them and it's not me, okay? That is very serious. So again, please only contact me or follow me on Instagram or go to my website. Only go by whatever you see down below, please. Please be mindful. Please. And if you're already on my social media, please go down below and verify that who you have on your Instagram is what I have down below. I don't want you guys to go through this, okay? It's devil energy in our community, and it's really, apparently it's happening to a lot of readers, and it's awful. It's awful. But we're going to beat this, okay? Seriously, 10-minute intro. But look, they lead me. Okay, here we go. Archangel Michael. Oh my God, I'm telling you, the communication issues. Somebody can't communicate for ish here. All right. This is going to be one of the most interesting readings on this channel. I already know it. For those of you that are new, every reading on this channel is going to be a different experience. I never know what I'm going to get into. Neither do you, because it's mediumship. So they literally tell me what to do, and it's always different. Sometimes I channel for 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 25. Sometimes it's an hour. Whatever they want. But this is a part 2 to the reading that I posted right before this one, okay? So if you have not heard the reading before this one, please do me a favor or do yourself a favor and go back and hear it. That doesn't mean that if you didn't watch it, you can't watch this. You're still going to get messages. However, Archangel Michael knows what he does. He's the Archangel of protection. Everybody, I'm already channeling. Everybody, he's explaining himself. Everybody on this planet has a different perception of the world. Understand, you could only see situations and things based on your experiences, your perspective, your train of thought. You understand? And because everyone has a different life, everybody sees things differently. So the reason that he does things in the sequence that he does things is because we're going to get into detail this reading. And a lot of the stuff that he wants me to share is not going to be so nice. He wants to tell you the truth about the person you're dealing with, etc., etc. But let's say you did not watch the last reading and you just watched this one and you hear some stuff you don't want to hear. You might be watching it with the perspective, with a different perspective that might lower your vibration, might make you angry, whatever the case may be. The reason he does what he does is because in the last reading, it was freaking crazy. He was so detailed about the person. If this is love related, extremely detailed. I mean, the confirmations were ridiculous. Like, you can't even deny his presence. But he did it in a way where by the end of the reading, you can see things through a lens that will have you understand these details a little bit better, a little bit more. Okay? 12 minutes. He's telling me to stop controlling. I do that too much. I'm like, 12 minutes. Let's not make this long. He gets so upset with me when I do that. That is my life lesson. Letting go of control. Okay? Because again, I cannot do this if I want to control the situation. That's not a trance state. All right, let's go. So this reading is going to be a little bit different. This is what he wants you guys to do. If you watched the last reading, he explained a lot about your situation with whoever it is that you're watching for. This reading, he is going to focus on all of the hidden things. It's almost like spying, and he doesn't do that often because there is, respect for people's journeys and boundaries, etc. But he knows what he's doing. Archangel Michael is going to give you specifics about things that you are wondering about the person you're watching for, about your life, about your path. Basically, he wants to clear up any confusion that you may have. So this may be a very significant reading for you. By the end of this reading, your perspective and your ability to pick a path might change drastically. And the reason that he's doing this, I'm not just talking, I'm channeling. This is him speaking. The reason that he's doing this is because if you watch the last reading, what he emphasized a lot was that, and it was confirmed with the cards many times, whoever is watching, you guys are the High Priestess. The High Priestess card, and he's showing it to me again, represents somebody with psychic abilities, somebody that's intuitive, somebody with higher knowledge, somebody that goes within, somebody into the occult, esoteric, astrology, somebody that knows a lot more than what they display in the external world. Tarot readers, mediums, quite literally, I am the High Priestess. But you guys, if you were led here, the main message, one of the main messages in the last reading was that the conflict, a big portion of the conflict that you and the person you're watching for have been experiencing, okay? He really wanted to dive deep because we can get stuck in the devil energy. Remember, The only place that the devil can exist is in our brain, is in our logic. Because the only thing that we are is energy. And our energy, which is depicted by spiritual texts as like heaven, heaven is our truth, right? That we are made of love and light. What keeps us down is our brain, is our logic. That's where the devil energy can exist. And when you pass away, you don't have a brain. So you're all love and light, right? So because of that, even though you guys are high priestesses, we're still human. We're still living in a human experience. So there's a lot of doubt and conflict that you've been having, even trusting yourself, or even acknowledging your own abilities to intuitively pick up on things, etc., etc. And it's time for you to tap into that. And he really wants you guys to tap into that and go into your power. And this is directly related to love. And I'll tell you why. Again, if you didn't watch the last reading, go watch it. But if you did, it's just a reminder about the importance of this. There's been a conflict between you and the person you're watching for. Because as the high priestess, okay, it seems like the person you've been dealing with has omitted a lot of stuff. There's a lot of mystery behind the conflict that you guys are having. There's been separation, a lot of things. You guys all have different scenarios. We're going to get into that. But the main issue here is this person, which has been in their shadow energy, very deep into their mind. And like I said, that's where the devil lives, right? And as long as you're in that, even if you have a soul connection, you can't really focus on it. And as a high priestess, you know things about this person, or you have feelings about things this person's going through that are quite literally affecting your ability to connect to this person. And you get psychic downloads, you get information. And when you're the high priestess, unfortunately, because of the devil energy of society as a whole, we're not at a place, or you're not comfortable enough with your abilities or with this person to say, Spirit told me X, Y, and Z. Is this really going on? And it's so easy for someone that's in the shadow devil energy to say, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you making shit up? You know what I mean? Because you're just going by your psychic abilities. So what Archangel Michael's here to share with you is the fact that a lot of your conflict is that you know a lot of things that this person is not admitting to you, and secrets that are being held. Doesn't mean that they're demonic or anything, but just a lot of stuff that has a lot to do with your conflict. And it's been repressed, okay? So this person might, there's a lot, they showed me the 5 of Wands in the last reading for that. A lot of conflict. Because this person, because they're in their shadow energy, you know, you guys reflect. You guys mirror each other. So it inspires you basically to go into your shadow. And it's because you as a high priestess know that there's stuff going on and you're not being given the opportunity to speak about it because this person, you know, because it's just stuff you know intuitively. Okay? But this is stuff that you need to know. Right? It'll just help you. And the way he wants to do this is what he wants to focus on this reading, okay? I already know it's going to be an intense reading. I already know I'm not going to sleep tonight because I was blocked for so long that it is late as hell. But I was like determined, whatever, it's a sacrifice. Archangel Michael wants to do this reading this way, okay? He wants you to ask a question right now, whether out loud, write it in your journal, a piece of paper, or just say it in your mind. Right now, before I continue, ask what you want to confirm. Ask what you need to know, okay? He is going to focus on very particular details. He's going to share very personal details about whoever it is that you're watching for. They're not going to all be for everybody. That's the difference here. But the way he's going to confirm what messages are for you in regards to your person, things that you've been itching to know that are literally, and the reason he's doing this is not just to spy on someone. Everything that Archangel Michael shares and does is for your highest good. It is because the fact that you're the high priestess and the fact that you as the high priestess is being suppressed, being the energy of being suppressed alone is devil energy, and it keeps you stuck. And the purpose of life and reaching your destiny, your point of destiny, is accepting who you really are so you can ascend. And as long as you're stuck in a place where you are being suppressed to your natural abilities, you cannot manifest the blessings that are meant for you. And I'm telling you, December is going to be life-changing for whoever is watching this, because no one's guided here by accident. You are about to have the biggest blessings of your entire life. You don't even know it. Your life's about to change more than you could ever imagine in many departments, in career, in love. I'm telling you. However, we have free will. So he wants to unload some of that devil energy, okay, by giving you confirmations. It doesn't mean that you need to take this information and call this person and be like, you did this. That's not the point. And you'll get that by the end of the reading. Okay? It's for so you can have the release, because we are having, I'm still channeling, major astrological events. I'm going to post another reading about that in detail because I don't want to take too much time explaining that. But just know they're extremely major. We're especially with that great conjunction on December 21st. It's Saturn Jupiter conjunction. The last time that this conjunction happened was in the year 2000. Okay? It won't happen again until the year 2080. Okay? And before the year 2000, the last time it happened was year 1623. That's how significant this energy is. So what he's saying is, so that you understand, if you don't understand astrology, that is how the divine opens portals and gives you the opportunity to accept blessings and open, go through certain doors so that you can create your path. That's really, truly the way it works. Life is just a series of cycles in the transmutation of energy. Okay? So, for example, in this conjunction, this great conjunction, the last time it happened was in the year 2000. So, for the past 20 years, whatever happened, and you can give or take a couple years because, it lingers, the energy. 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. More like 2000 to 2003. Things that occurred in your life around that time. You see, because we're human, we're not conscious. That's our limitation, Whatever happened in your life around that time was the beginning of a cycle that you probably weren't even aware that was beginning. All of the lessons that you have learned until this point, it was related to that energy. Regardless of what it is, love, it affected you. And now you've reached the point of destiny where your karmic lessons, your karmic return is here. Where all of the lessons you were supposed to learn in regards to that energy, you're given the opportunity to close that cycle out right now. So you can literally have a brand new cycle. And because this conjunction, like I said, it's not every 20 years. It varies. The next time that this is going to happen is 2080. Are we going to be alive then? So you're setting the tone for the rest of your life. That doesn't mean that if you go down a wrong path, you're going to live an awful life. No, what this means is things are predestined for you, and especially love, there's people that are predestined for you. For the divine gives you opportunities, because we have something on earth called free will. So let's say you are meant right now, if you're watching this, to have the biggest blessings of your entire life. The door is opening for you right now. But if you refuse to get out of your brain fog and your negative thinking, etc., you're going to miss the bus. That doesn't mean you're going to live an awful life. It just means that you are missing out on the true potential of what you're meant to have. Okay? Truly. And that's what he wants you guys to understand. And he had me explain that in the last reading also. Soul connections. Of course they exist. Twin flame soulmates. I always say, I think it's more ridiculous people that don't think it exists. I always respond with the same answer. We live on a ball, a sphere that floats in outer space with something called gravity, okay, and literally orbits around a ball of gas and fire that lights up our world and gives us heat. And amongst that fact, okay, the earth is relatively invisible in comparison to the entire outer space that we don't even know what exists out there. So being that that is our actual reality, because I know people don't really walk down the street thinking about that every day, our actual reality is that, and that's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? Our actual reality is that energy. So why, if that is our actual reality, I don't understand why a concept of having an energetic connection to somebody or energy cycles is so outlandish to people. Do you understand? So what's actually outlandish? To me, what's outlandish is the devil energy with logic that keeps people so closed-minded that they can't even open up to the reality that we're really just energetic beings going through a human experience. This is not really our reality. We are here just to be transmuters of energy. Okay? So with that being said, Archangel Michael is just reiterating, and he said it last reading too. Yes, your destiny is set. There are people you have soul ties with that are put in your life for you to learn lessons, that are put in your life for you to grow together, so that you guys together, because when two people that are energetically connected come together and learn lessons and grow, that energy is amplified. Do you understand? The thing is, because time is an illusion, you guys, he's saying, this is where the logic and the devil energy comes and tricks people. The devil energy is actually the concept that because you have a soul connection, because someone's your twin flame, because you're a soulmate, that you're supposed to come into union with them and be in a relationship. No, that's your ego talking. That's the devil energy. That's your logic. That's coming out of your desire, your carnal human desire to want somebody physically, to be with you, hook up with, whatever, because, and that's understandable, because you have a soul tie, you feel it. There is no way in hell, if you have a soul tie with someone, that you don't feel it. And let me tell you, okay, even if that other person is not spiritual, it is physically impossible, if you have a soul connection, for them not to feel it either. This person will be pulled to you no matter what, their entire life, even if you don't come into an actual relationship. And the reason that I'm saying with free will, you don't have to come into a relationship with this person, is because time is an illusion. It doesn't stop. Just like the cycles that I just told you of Saturn and Jupiter. He's having me channel all this, right? All of the energy that you put out is the energy that's going to continue to cycle, right? So with free will, one of you cannot release the devil energies and the toxic behaviors and being ruled by logic and everything that keeps you away from your energetic truth and what's in your heart space. The divine, and let's say you healed and you did your work, the divine is simply going to give you somebody else that's going to match your energy for this lifetime so that you can be happy. Even if you're predestined to be with the other person, that means that you will go your entire life. You will always feel, listen, if you have a soul connection, you are going to, on your deathbed, you are going to feel this person, whether you like it or not. They're always going to be in your mind. It's kind of like those stories, and I've heard people all the time. I've heard senior citizens that are married, literally, and been together and in love with the person they married for like freaking 75 years and open up about like a grand love they had when they were 16, which is not even the person they're married to. And you know, old people, I don't know, after a certain point, they don't give a shit what they say. Like, they don't even care if they're hurting like their husband or whatever. Like, whatever, we've been married for like 90 years. Like, you know, these are real things. If you guys don't, with free will, you guys don't learn the karmic lessons so you can come together. The divine's just like, remember, life seems so long for us, but for the divine, it's less than a millisecond. They're just being like, damn it, you guys missed it again. Now you just gained more karma. Next lifetime, let's freaking try this again. Now we're going to have to wait. Now we're going to have to go through another freaking astrological cycle in another body so that energy can happen again. Hopefully you guys next lifetime learn this lesson. You can come together. That's really all that happens. Okay? Truly. But if you guys get to a place where if you guys get to a place where you're able to let go of that shadow energy, get out of your logic, and actually trust and believe what's in your heart space, and you both are able to do that, come into union like that, what happens is out of this world. It's beyond a beautiful relationship. It's an energetic explosion. There is no energy like it. It is literally the merging of two souls. Therefore, your energy is super amplified. And when your energy is super amplified, because you guys are already energetically connected. So when you make a conscious choice to like actually come together, it explodes and it stays like that. So what that means is, from that moment on, yeah, we have a human experience. I'm not saying you're not going to fight and stuff. It's normal. But there's going to be a sense of unconditional love that's never going to die. And everything that you touch, everything that you plan, everything that you do, every child that you have, from that moment on, it's going to be a blessing. Like, you would literally have the energy, if you come into union with these people that are predestined to be with you, to create anything that you freaking want. Because you're completed. Okay? If you don't come into union, you'll be given a life partner. Yeah, you'll still be happy and, you know, build your empire and have your kids or whatever. But it's a different kind of energy, I'm telling you. I'm not going to go in about this. But he wants to point that out. And the reason he's having me start with all of this information right now is because we're at the point of destiny right now. This is your karmic return. This is the moment right now where your eyes are opening. People are probably transforming. Your person's transforming. You're learning lessons. You're seeing things through a perspective that you probably haven't been able to see since the year 2000. Okay? Like, it's like removing the veil. It's like epiphanies left and right. Okay? So that's why Archangel Michael is trying so hard right now to make sure that the devil energies and all these old patterns that you've had for the past 20 years don't get in the way of the opportunities that you're meant to have. Because with free will, it could get in the way. That's why he is going so hard right now with all of this channeling right now and all the confirmation, all of the details. And the reason that he's giving me specifics about these details is because you have a different level of power when, as a high priestess, you actually trust your abilities. It's a different level of power. Once you trust that ability, no matter what, even if this person is in the devil energies, you can still maintain your vibration high enough to not be afraid to separate from them when you have to, but still be able to heal them from afar while living your life. Like literally, that's the power of the High Priestess. So he's about to confirm some shit for you so that you know, number one, these details are going to confirm if this is your person. Because if I'm saying really specific things that you're like, whoa, and you asked it in the beginning like he said, well, then you know that he's talking about your person, and this person belongs to this group that I'm talking about right now. And if there's things that you've been questioning, but this person hasn't been able to open up to you about, he's going to make it clear. So if it matches your question, or if it hits you in the stomach, like you feel it, like, whoa, it's for you. Another thing Archangel Michael is saying that he's going to do right now, he's going to give you that information, but there's a purpose. He's also going to give you advice in this reading about what you're meant to have, what's in your shadow, what's in their shadow, meaning how is the devil energy blocking you from the opportunities you're supposed to take advantage of in December in particular. Okay? In regards to career, he's specifically telling me, etc., etc. He's going to give information like that. Very specific. So ask your questions now. So if you hear something that you've been thinking about, and it's like, oh my God, it's like that he's speaking to you, it's for you. Because the thing is, understand, it's a constant battle. That's what the human experience is. It's the devil energy versus the light. And the thing is that whenever you are going to receive a huge blessing, opportunity, or new beginning, the devil energy, which is the devil card, runs rampant and tries to take over and tries to block you from it. That doesn't mean it's a demon and it's going to destroy your life. It is just it tries to dim your light. The brighter your light becomes, the more the devil energy tries to dim it, so that you don't get to that place of such energetic power. The devil energy can never affect you, because once you get past that, you can create anything. Like, you're a master manifester. Okay? Like, you want that huge mansion, you want it with no ego, you're gonna get it. Like, literally, that's how it works. All right? All right? But there's a process to this shit. There are rules to this shit called life. Okay? There's a plan that he wants you to understand, and he's about to lead you. Okay. So if you have to shut this video off right now, we're at 38 minutes. He told me to shut up with those comments. Because everything that he says right now serves a purpose. Okay? That's why he tells me to shut up. He's like, he is as detailed as possible, because, again, with the message that he gave about perception, is that he likes to give you street knowledge, open your eyes to things, so that when you get the little details, little shitty things, like the everyday things that you need to know, you can see it through a different light. That's called raising your vibration. You know? That's why I feel so blessed when I read your comments down below. I can honestly say, readers say all the time that there's people that comment down below with negative shit, like negative Nancy's. I am blessed enough, I'm telling you, and it's because of you. I haven't read one negative comment in months. And if I do, it's like one out of all of you. You know why that is? Has nothing to do with me. No ego here. No ego here. It's because whoever's here listening and actually doesn't click off, you are connecting to Archangel Michael simultaneously with me, because time's an illusion. Even though this reading is live right now, you're already with me, and your high vibration helps me raise my vibration enough to connect so much that he gives so much detail. And because he keeps us at that vibration, that's always why this collective is such a freaking beautiful space. And that's why he gives you these kind of details in the beginning, so that you can maintain that vibration before you hear the little shit. So again, if you didn't hear the last reading, go here. But he wants to point that kind of stuff out. Now, this person that you're connecting with, if you're here, it's because we're talking about you and a person. That's it. Though he's also going to give me details about your life and things you need to know to manifest what you need, or what's meant for you truly. By the end of this year, and I said it last reading, you guys are going to come into a relationship of some sort, or the beginning of a relationship of some sort. In the collective that I'm channeling, large majority is going to be with whoever it is that you're watching for. Huge changes, like huge. But there is a big chunk of you, okay, that's going to be with somebody else. That doesn't mean, like he had me channel, this person's not your person. That doesn't mean that you won't end up with this person way later in the future. Maybe it's part of your journey. And that doesn't mean that and it might mean that whoever that's new that comes into your life is just someone you're going to marry because this other person didn't learn their lesson. You understand? For the majority of you, that's not the case. But Archangel Michael wants you to understand that if you're here, you're ready for your blessing. Okay? If you're here, you're ready for your blessing. So if your counterpart misses their blessing, the divine's not going to leave you in the shadow, because they're in the shadow. Okay? But you need to be able to manifest it. And how do you manifest this? By letting go. If this person is not treating you right, if this person is not respecting you, if this person is not committing to you, if this person is not valuing you, if this person has no connection to you, if this person's not even talking to you, you need to get to a place of right now, 8 of Cups, just like he showed me in the last reading. Walk away, leave. Be willing to leave. Just leave. Let it go. Let it go and understand that that does not affect your connection, your soul connection. The only thing that affects is actually benefits you. Because when that person's in their shadow energy, in their devil energy, which is what causes the conflict, number one, by you staying and dealing with it, you're being tempted by the devil as well. You are no longer connecting with your souls. You're connecting to his logic or her logic and his devil energy or her devil energy. Therefore, it brings you into the devil energy too. And that's what brings this connection into conflict, the 5 of Wands. Because when you get into that cycle, that's the devil's plan. If it tricks you to forget, that means he wants me to start pulling cards. It tricks you to forget the connection you actually have until it's too late. And because you guys are connected, every energy that you guys have together is amplified. And the only way that you can manifest union with this person is by surrendering, walking away when it doesn't serve you. Because when this person's doing stuff that doesn't serve themselves and affects you, by you staying there, it keeps them there. And not only does it keep them there, but it lowers your vibration, makes you sad, heartbreak, 3 of Swords, keeps you down. That's the whole devil plan. Because when you're in that low vibration, you can't manifest the love you want. You can't manifest the abundance you deserve. You can't manifest the career that you're supposed to have. You actually start experiencing loss and even depression and all sorts of stuff. And because you guys are energetically connected, understand that that's what happens. When you get to that energy, then it's sent to them, even if you're not talking, back to them, and then amplifies their shadow energy. It's back and forth. Understand? So get out of that. Don't connect with the brain. Lead with your heart and trust that. Okay? And do it as of now. Just go forward fearlessly. Okay? You will never lose this person energetically. And the only thing that you can do to maximize coming together is by separating from the shadow energy and the confusion yourself. That will do one of two things. That will energetically pull this person subconsciously to grow and change and bring you guys together. Or if they decide to stay in their shadow, it will isolate them and it will attract someone to you that matches the vibration you got to. Okay? There's a lot of stuff he wants me to get into. All right, let's go. 46 minutes. He told me to shut up again. And we're going to get into the details. So ask your questions, guys. Ask questions. And I already told you last reading, if you don't remember, okay? I saw the High Priestess came out, right? Hierophant came out for them. This person's spiritually awakening. This person, listen, this person that you're connecting to is not the same person. It's not the same person. This person, I feel, is very aware of your connection. And things are going to change very quickly. But not if you don't let go of the anger and the resentment and stuff. Once you let go of it, this person will be able to let go of it too. Let go of the guilt, shame, etc. All the things that you guys went through. And at a certain point, you will be able to communicate about it without judgment and move forward. I saw the Wheel of Fortune card in the last reading, and I'm seeing it again now. Wheel of Fortune is karmic lessons. It's the Wheel of Fortune, meaning you will allow the wheel to turn. And it's also sudden luck and sudden events. I also saw the Eight of Wands is showing it to me again, which is quick movement forward. It also means travel. Got that in the last reading a lot too. Somebody's going to see you. You're going to see somebody, something like that. But there's going to be a conversation, Ace of Swords, that's going to come up. Literally, it could be this week, but for sure, by the 3rd week of December, I'm telling you, you're going to have a conversation with someone that's going to shock the hell out of you. And you might get tricked by the devil energy to go into this Eight of Swords energy, which is self-imposed imprisonment of your mind. It might then trick you to mirror the shadow energy they were in, which is the Seven of Cups, which is cloud of judgment. Because now this person's going to come forward as a different person, and it is so different from what you're used to. Because you've been connecting with their shadow, not with what you guys felt in the beginning. When you guys first connected, that freaking love, that pull, that energy rush, that you like, that was real. That is real. And then the light was dimmed. Okay? So you might be tempted to go now, flip the roles and go into that Seven of Cups energy, because you're going to actually come forward to you in a way that they never have. And you might doubt, like, are they lying just to get me back? Whatever. Like, what the hell is this? Like, they want to get you to a point right now. Just trust me. This person has changed. Something's going to change. You have to allow it. If your heart space is not open, their heart space cannot be open. You have no idea what's about to change in your life, and I'm telling you, you don't know. But the freaking, and I'm not a fairy tale reader. You guys know that. I will tell you some shit, and if this person's an asshole, excuse me. Literally, like I said, detach from the situation literally means everything I just said. Because the situation that you're detaching from Is the situation that was created because of your shadows, because of the devil energy, the doubt, all your toxicity. I saw the Tower card. The Tower is literally tower moments that have been happening in this person's life, in your life. But you've already passed the Tower, right? You have more clarity now. You're in a transition period. This person's a couple steps behind you. And it's like you have an energetic pull. Like, come, right? But as long as you stay in your high vibe, this person can move forward with you. But if you don't, it's like tying a knot in the rope. They cannot come to you, okay? The situation that you're detaching, they want you to understand that is not losing them. The situation you're detaching from are the things that you don't serve you guys. Notice it's a sword. What do swords mean? Swords signify your mind, your intellect, communication, your thoughts. Like I said, the devil energy could only exist there. So what you're detaching from is all those the outdated thinking, the toxic patterns, all the shit that has tricks you guys into thinking that you don't belong together. And for whoever I'm channeling, I've been saying it, this connection is holy as hell. It's so angelically led in particular that even as a medium, I told you last reading, I can't wrap my head around it. Okay? And again, if you were led here, you're part of that group. Because if it's not that kind of a connection, they're not watching. I'm telling you, it's crazy. This person is having their Tower moments right now. I feel like they've recently had the Tower moment. They're already at the beginning stages of being the Hierophant, which is like higher knowledge. Like actually, for the first time, like I said, we're closing out a 20-year cycle. They're like going back to a place they were possibly 20 years ago. It might be possible that 20 years ago was the last time their heart was actually open. And then they tricked themselves with sword, logic, and thoughts. Because no fault of them. There's no judgment here because of life experiences. I feel like both of you have gone through very difficult situations in your lives. Again, we're about to get into the details. And this person lost touch with who they really are. And their heart was just so closed, even though they wanted to admit that it was open. It was not open. Okay? It's not open. But the thing is, you guys got into the devil energy. Because you cannot attract an unavailable person, emotionally unavailable person, if you are not emotionally unavailable yourself. That's the lesson. I feel like you guys already understand that. Major changes in your thought patterns. So that's what the Tower card is. It's that sudden upheaval, sudden event. It hurts. The Tower hurts. It causes chaos. But it's beautiful. Okay? Because the Tower, what it is the destruction of all of the bullshit that doesn't serve you anymore. Because when you come into your power and you lead with your heart space, what you do is you finally feel the self-acceptance and the power to build your own tower on your own, and then with this person to build an even bigger tower. And at that point, you're in your power because you built your freaking tower. You're not being governed by the thought patterns and the crap that built your tower before, which is based off trauma, people that have fucked you over, excuse my language, just the way I talk, abandonment issues, etc., etc. We're going to get into it. This person, literally, I'm telling you, they're a different person. Don't block it now. But that's what the devil does. As soon as this person's about to elevate, now the devil's going to get into your head to like be mad at them and stuff, to then block them from even coming back to you. It's like a flip-flop. Don't let it happen. All right, let's go. 53 minutes. The number 53, that might be significant to you. I don't know why that number has been popping up everywhere for me lately. Detach from the situation. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me in this situation. Oh my God, can you make it up? He's here. He's confirming he's here. He always does. Literally says, cut any attachment Attachments can only exist in your mind. Everything I'm saying is him. I'm talking, but it's him. Attachment to fear or drama, so that I may be centered in the knowingness, like actually knowing, you trust your heart space. That peace is everywhere within me in this situation. Why? Because this is your freaking twin flame soulmate. What bonds you is your heart space. And if you open it, it's beautiful. It's peaceful. As long as you want it to be. The drama comes from fear. Everything that stops you guys from coming together and acknowledging the freaking happiness that you guys naturally feel with each other stems from fear. Even if it's subconscious. Okay? I always say this, and this is written in neurology textbooks. The subconscious mind dictates 95% of your actions. 95, you're not even aware. That's what the tower moment is. It's a destruction of that, and all of a sudden, some of the things that are in your subconscious become conscious, and you're like, shit, shit, this is what's been governing my life? No. Let me break this. Let me explode this tower so I could build a new one and reprogram my subconscious. That's what that is. And what holds you back literally comes from fear. Everything. Fear because of experiences of the past. He wants to say more. You're coming into union with this person. Listen, for whoever I'm channeling, I've been trying to because I don't want to give people look, it's a large enough amount of you, I'm telling you. I just feel it in my heart. I feel it in my heart. I feel it so deeply. You hear that weird noise? That's my heater, but it sounds like a freaking dying cat. Okay. I feel it in my heart space that you're about to go. Wheel of Fortune, Lover's card, 2 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, quick, Ace of Pentacles, stable, committed. It's like the sudden epiphany, High Priestess, Hierophant, Tower card. That you're supposed to come together. Literally, it seems whatever you felt, you guys, that was so difficult. You could have been going through drama for 15 years. And in a day, all of a sudden, you're going to have the clarity wow, this is really not that complicated. That was the double energy. I feel like that's what I see happening for whoever's watching. It's just going to change. You're either actually going to come into when I say coming into union, remember it's energetic. So things being romanticized, that comes from the brain. Union just means accepting each other. Either come together, but I'm getting you guys are either going to come together. The air is going to be cleared, very cleared. And that's also why he's giving me details, because you're going to confirm your abilities when this person tells you some of the things that I'm going to tell you right now before they even tell you. Some of you are just going to instantly, let's make this official, because the Hierophant is that too. What the hell? Why are we waiting for, what are we doing? Some of you is coming together and just having a conversation to let's be friends, but it's going to evolve because you're connected. Some of you, you're going to actually make a plan for the future. Some of you might just get married. I don't know how old you are. If you're some of you are in your 50s, why would we waste time? Or even in your 30s, mid-30s, okay, I want to have kids someday. We can't be waiting 65 years. You understand? There's so many different levels of union, but it's going to happen now. Wow. Woo. Can he confirm any more? Pay attention to your dreams. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. You're on the right path. What do you mean admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly? Everything I just said. You guys have been denying this connection, or they've been denying this connection because of the double energy. You guys are finally detaching from the drama and the fear. Paying attention to your dreams literally means like, because you guys have been so much in your logic and in your toxicity, but that's the point of, guys, soulmates and twin flames is not supposed to be rainbows and butterflies, trust me. The point of these people, they are put in your life to have a soul contract with you so you can heal each other and learn lessons together. That's the whole point. So if this is what you're going through with this person, I'm not talking like drama, like I'm codependent and chasing someone and this person's like an asshole and like abusing me and it's one-sided. That's not what I'm talking about. If you can at this point literally see that you both are transforming, and you guys, whether you want to admit it openly or not, but I feel like that conversation is going to be had. You guys inspired each other to do so. That's confirmation that you have a soul connection. It's a soul connection. You can't break that. That's what soul connections do. It makes you aware of your heart space. And because you guys were so much in your double energy, in your logic, your fear, all the things that it's a process to release that, right? The only place where you were like, at a certain point, like when you guys first came together, when you guys first came together, it was so beautiful, was shocking. And it probably went very quickly. Because there was nothing blocking you at that point. It was just the soul connection that you felt, right? It was pure. That was real. But once the fear and the drama started kicking in and you started comparing this connection to connections you had in the past and how they screwed you over, etc., your mind, the devil energy gets in your head. You tricked yourself into thinking that this person has to be a demon. Pay attention to your dreams. Unfortunately, that soul connection that was so felt and like displayed externally ended up becoming just a dream, like something you would only feel in your dreams. Things that you feel in your dreams, it's because your brain's shut off when you're dreaming so you can feel the truth. And now Archangel Michael's here bringing that to the surface so you can admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And the truth is, nah, this person really is a unicorn. This is your unicorn. Detach from the fear. When you listen to your dreams, you're listening to your heart space. And just, you're on the right path. Look at him. He's like, let's go. Come on. Let me read it. Pay attention to your dreams. Thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderfully restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, can you help me? Because it's late as hell. And I've been blocked and I'm tired. Okay. Thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderfully restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. You guys have to heal. Please allow me to understand this situation on a spiritual level and give me guidance. Told you, on a spiritual level. That's where you connect. It's so beautiful. It would be a shame to let that go. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. They showed me the strength card too. That's what it is. But you guys did, whoever I'm channeling for, remember, because I say you guys, it could be this person, it could be you. But because you have a soul connection, you tend to mirror each other. So on a level, it's both of you. But this person, okay, had a very hard time facing their feelings for you, accepting them. But what I'm getting, even more so, is even if they didn't want to admit that truth to themselves, because nobody wants to look in the mirror Especially if you've had a traumatic, and I can relate to this, a traumatic experience. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, I don't feel worthy of love. It takes a lot of courage and strength to look in the mirror and admit your insecurities and the things that you've done and let go of shame and guilt and stuff. It takes a lot of courage and strength and spiritual healing. That's when the Tower moment comes. That's why we got the Sun card, the Star card, the healing. That's with the Temperance card. That's when you're able to balance out your life. When you're able to accept and also forgive and recognize. It's the point when you recognize, I don't value myself. I don't feel worthy. I do have shame. I do self-destruct. I do have addictions. I do X, Y, and Z. I have fucked up. I did treat this person like shit. I did fuck up. I feel ashamed about that, and I don't want to tell them. I don't want to admit them in my ego. It takes a lot of courage and strength to look at yourself and do that. And it takes a lot of courage and strength to then go further and recognize that it's because the tower that was built for you was built out of trauma. Things that, you didn't choose when you were a child, that formed your subconscious patterns and made you who you are. And then repeated that cycle throughout your life and caused you to do things. I feel like that's what happened for both of you. Okay? It takes a lot of courage and strength to look in the mirror and say, I'm not acting right. But that's because I wasn't treated right. Because when you go through trauma, it's really unfortunate, but we're taught, and subconsciously you blame yourself because it's a pattern. You have fear, you have pain, then you do things because of that. It causes addictions, it causes substance abuse, cheating, gambling, porn addictions. And then what happens then is you don't see the things that you've done. And I feel like this is what happened with this person. You don't look at the things that you've done, and I'm talking about this person in particular, as like, this is a result of the pain that I've experienced. Instead, you look at it on the surface and you continue to hurt yourself, because that's all you're used to, is being criticized and being hurt. So if you went through a stage where you're an alcoholic or something, there's a fear, you can't even admit to yourself, there's a fear of you just instantly, your subconscious mind leads you like, damn, really, like, I have a lot of shame, like, I'm a shitty person, like, I'm just horrible, like, I'm not, like, look at the shit that I've done. And then you blame it on your poor character, but the reality is it's all of the mistakes that this person has done has just been a representation of the fear and the pain that they have not acknowledged. And it is proven you could only accept the love that you received as a child until you get to a point where you have the truth, the courage and the strength to admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly to accept your unicorns. Okay? Meaning, if you were abandoned and treated like shit as a child, I'm getting this person has a lot of childhood trauma. You too. Okay? Let's say they were criticized a lot as a child. They were, in a way, neglected emotionally. They didn't feel very loved. This person has gone through, that's the only kind of love that they were able to accept. So though they felt love, you can't deny, they're not going to all of a sudden say that the people that they dated or have children with, that they never loved them. But they loved them in a way that reflected the love they received. So it's different. When you grow now, you realize what love really is. Love, true love comes from a place of unconditionally loving yourself. Right? Forgiving the people that built your tower in a really shitty way. Understanding that the reason that they screwed you over is because of their own shitty foundation. Letting go of shame and guilt of the things you've done. It helps when you don't judge this other person. Create a safe space for them. Not to judge them for the things they've done to you and others, understand where it comes from. Because if you cannot tell me, you cannot, the divine saying, you have a choice. Are you going to be with the devil or are you going to be with the light? You can't pick both. If you think you have a soul connection with this person, then you have to be willing to admit the truth to yourself and have the courage and strength to say, I'm going to get my ego out of the way and realize that this person didn't do these things to harm me. They were going through their journey. And I'm going to be open to allow them to talk about it, even if it's painful, to get through it so we can accept unconditional love. As long as you're in that space of, but they did this, they did that, they did this. You know what you're doing? You're reflecting the shame they have within themselves. You can't do that. That's what Archangel Michael is. So you got to make a decision now what path you're going to go down. If right now after this reading you open your heart space, that means you've healed yourself. That means this person's going to do the same. And everything I'm telling you, what's supposed to happen, you're going to connect. You're supposed to. This is your person. Okay? So I feel like that's what was happening, is that you guys felt a soul connection. So see, there's a unicorn there. So what happens when you have all these patterns? So again, I'm channeling a lot. This is what Archangel Michael wants you to know. So what happens when you have all these patterns? And then this is the kind of love that they were always used to, was the kind of love they received as a child. Even subconsciously. That's all they knew, right? What happens when your unicorn shows up? You've never had that kind of love, so you get scared of it. Even unconsciously. Because when you don't recognize something, when it does not align with you because of your pain, you think it might hurt you, so you fight it. Like, a unicorn? I thought they were fake. What the fuck is this? Are they, is it gonna hurt me? This can't be real. Oh. You guys brought out the shadow in each other. So, listen, if you guys felt an intense connection and then you went straight into the shadow and you just kept going in cycle, you were healing each other. That means you really do have a soul connection. And the reason you weren't able to move forward was because your love does not reflect the love you received as children. The love you guys have reflects true love, a soul connection. And what's in your soul, like I said, when you die, you don't have a brain, so you don't have devil energy. When you die, you only have your soul. So therefore, the soul is what harbors unconditional love. Okay? You guys have never seen that before. That's exactly what happened. But now it's time to admit that to yourself and act accordingly. So this person is finally paying attention to what they feel on the inside, their dreams, on a spiritual level. I told you this person's spiritually awake, and you think this person wasn't spiritual. I said it last reading. This person has been researching these things, a lot more open to it than you think. Seriously, they know. And they've admitted that. And now they're planning to take action. They're going to act accordingly. They're in that process. They now know that they're on the right path. And the messages that Archangel Michael is sharing with you right now is that they don't want you to ruin that by now flipping the script and being the one in the Seven of Cups energy and the Devil energy. Their tower is crumbling. Let it crumble. You guys are going to come together. Okay? You're on the right path. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage. Again, courage and confidence. It's all about courage and confidence. With the courage and confidence to make healthful life changes. reflects everything that we just spoke about. And like I said, I'm speaking, but it's not me. It's Archangel Michael speaking. Because I called upon him. Archangel, I call upon you. So he is giving you loud and clear guidance. That's why the things that I'm saying, I'm channeling, is guidance. And it's the truth of what's going on. Because he wants, through me, to put it in a way that you easily understand. Because he's a spiritual being. So maybe you can't tap into him the way I can as a medium. So through me, he's putting it through a language that you get it. But it's him telling you. So you click. Thank you for for motivating me and filling me with the courage and strength to make healthful life changes. That's what he's doing right now. He is confirming to you that this is your person, that you're on the right path. Just admit it to each other. It's time. And the thing is, because of the astrological events, it's prime opportunity now. But after December, it's not that you guys won't be able to come into union, but you might just have to go through a lot more cycles because the energies are going to get heavy again. You understand? He wants to say one more thing. And this came out yesterday. Look at this. Oh my. Look what's here at the bottom. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy life changes in my life again for the 80th time. The unhealthy situation is not your connection to this person. Your unhealthy situation is the fact that you guys have been connecting with your shadow. It's time to let that go and admit your connection. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Literally the same cards here. It's time for this person to detach from the drama and the fears. You can make a commitment to each other. That's what's going to happen. And then literally it's reflected here. This person has been guided to pay attention to their dreams, like to actually focus on like they're feeling it now, the unconditional love, so they can let go of fear. Admitting the truth to themselves and acting accordingly, following their heart. Understanding that thoughts create a reality. Positive thoughts create positive results. We just spoke about that. Literally everything is aligned because you're on the right path. This is your life's purpose. This person's meant to be with you. And this is also about career. He wants me to talk about that. It's interesting that he said to me that he wanted to give a lot of specifics. But he wants to say this stuff first. He doesn't want me to spend too much time on that. I'm going to be honest, because you guys are going to have a conversation. Let them tell you. I'm just going to say some stuff. I'm going to read this quickly because it's getting late. And maybe I'll post again tomorrow. I've been posting a lot. But I have to take care of my energy too. So if I'm feeling drained, even though, whatever. Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. Literally, fully open my heart. That's what's happening right now. This person wants to make a commitment to you because you guys are choosing to make a commitment to yourselves. And I don't care how spiritual you are. If you have trauma, it's a never-ending, it's like an onion, layers and layers and layers. You will be unpacking that until the day you die. No shame in it. But in that process, you reach a point where you can let go of fear enough to love yourself enough to be able to come together with someone with an open heart. So that the rest of the process, you guys can be a team and have each other's back and do it together. Do you understand? That's what's going on. And I'll tell you that I from personal experience, it's the truth. You guys thank me all the time for all the beautiful and channeling that I give and stuff. But wait, you think I don't have trauma? My God. And every time I think that I have decoded some ish that makes me act a certain way, I find another layer, like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. Okay, let's get the Windex and clean that shit out. You know, it's a process. But you get to a certain point where you've done enough work where you are ready to open your heart and do the rest with someone. Because two people are stronger than one. But when you're not open at all or not open enough, you're not strong at all. Two crippled people can't build anything. Let go of fear now. Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. I'm telling you. Wow. Thank you for clearing me of a heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings. Told you. Positive thoughts create positive results. Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. Don't be in the Seven of Cups type of energy and judge this person. That means you're against this person. Again, pick a side. You can't be against them. They're going to come forward to you and speak. If they choose not to, you're going to know. Then you're going to meet someone else, I'm telling you. But if they come forward to you with really heavy shit, it's going to hurt you. But you have to make the decision now to see the love and light to see the love and light that is within every person and situation. And give them credit for opening up to you. You have to be a safe space. No one can connect to someone they don't feel safe with. Nobody can connect to somebody that if they feel like if they share something with you, you're going to chop their head off. That means you have to work on your ego. Because that means that you are more concerned about you being pleased than supporting each other. Right? Because it's triggering your pain. Once you get to that point where you're open and not judgmental, etc., they get to that place too. The thing is, even no one's saying that what they did was right and stuff, but it kind of naturally just stops happening. And you kind of just naturally amplify your light and kind of naturally have the dopest, fucking coolest relationship ever. It's just how it works. Because you're safe with each other. And then you could just be the same that you were when you first met. Okay, this is your life's purpose. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful, meaningful career. There is a particular message for someone. Okay, I'm going to get into details now about career. He's had me repeat it 6 million times. Has nothing to do with anything that I'm saying right now. But there is something specific here for someone about career. It is so important right now that he's having me say it so many times. Again, because the opportunity time is now. But there is something for someone about career that's like make it or break it. And he's pushing it. Because the thing is, everything in our life is connected. So if you're unhappy in your career, you're unhappy in your life, you can't open your heart. When you do something in your life that opens your heart, when it comes to your career, that nurtures you, your heart is open enough to be able to connect to the person you love. It's all a balance. All right, let's thank you, Archangel Michael. That was beautiful. What deck am I going to use? Okay. Let's talk about some things that I'm getting. Now, I don't know how he wants me to put this, but not everybody here is going to have the same situation. I'm just going to throw out things, spitfire. And if you asked it and it matches, it's for you. That's what we're going to do now. Okay? There is somebody here, and you could flip it, reverse it, but I'm specifically getting, we are focusing on your person, whoever you're watching for. This person was in a relationship with someone, and this person that they were connecting with annihilated their self-esteem. Annihilated. And somehow this person interfered with your connection, whether it was physically, or it was the attachment, or it was the healing and the pain associated with having to deal with someone with a breakup or a divorce or something, that this person did not really fully heal yet. But I'm getting that you don't really know the details, because this person kind of doesn't want to hurt you because it's hurtful things. I'm getting whoever this is might have this other person annihilated this person's self-esteem, while this person was attached to them, like in a way that they thought that like they had a trusting relationship, even if they weren't together, not realizing that this other person was damaging them. And that goes hand in hand with the message about you can only receive love you receive as a child. What I'm getting for this other person, and again, no judgment, everyone has their issues, but I'm just telling you what they're telling me. This was a person that used emotions to manipulate. Okay? Very well. This was a person, the person that they used to be connected with, that very clearly suffers from codependency. Codependency is a lot deeper than just what people think codependents are. The thing about codependency is that there can't be true love. There could be attachment, but there can't be true love when somebody's codependent, because it's because of their own wounds. But it doesn't matter, because that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about how this affected your person. What a codependent person does is internally, they lack self-love, right? Whether because of what they grew up with, what they saw. A codependent person, again, even though it sounds harsh, it's not to put them down, because a lot of us have suffered through that, aims to please. So the thing about people with codependency is that it's very difficult for the outside world and people that connect with them to see them as a bad person. Because codependent people, what they do is they neglect themselves to please whoever they're connected to. They're love addicts. They're the people that are going to message you, you're my soulmate. I'll say that to the person I love too. Like, I love you, you're my soulmate, and I believe that, whatever, no problem. But like, they're like, they use their emotions to get people to connect with them, but it doesn't come from like a true place of unconditional love. It's conditional. It's love addiction. It's to like get this person attached to them. Okay? Codependent people, at the end of the day, even if they don't realize it, doesn't mean that they're evil. It's what they're capable of. Their relationships with people, their connection with people, is not about unconditional love. It's not. It's about fulfilling themselves. It's very selfish, actually. It's about fulfilling their need to feel needed. And if, let's say, your person did not fulfill their need to feel needed, they would explode. They would go nuts. They would be vindictive. They would hurt this person pretty bad. But that's what a codependent person does. Because a codependent person doesn't know what unconditional love is. So it's not true love. You feel like it's true love because their pattern is to be overgiving, it's like they're like the people that like want to fix you. right? What do you need, baby? Let me give you this. Oh, let's just talk. We could talk about anything. A codependent person will be hurt by someone. So let's say your person did something evil. They wouldn't be the person to criticize them and rip them a new asshole and like speak the truth. You know why? Because a codependent person is more concerned about making that person love them. Okay? Again, it's self-serving than actually doing things to love the person. But it is very difficult for the other person to recognize that. So what I mean by that is, let's say your person was in a relationship with this codependent person. Somebody was in a relationship like that, like no lie. Right? And they did some crazy shit because they were an alcoholic and they like went too far and like threw a plate at them or something, right? Obviously they'd get mad, whatever. But a codependent person, this is just an example, I can't think of anything else. Codependent person would make the other person feel so loved. Okay? They would be the person to not like overreact. They'd sit down, let's talk about it. Why are you feeling like this? Why did you do that? Why are you drinking? Like, why did you throw the plate? Like, we can work on this. We can do this. To a certain degree, obviously these are things you're supposed to be doing in a relationship to talk about it, but a codependent person does it in a different way. And that's the damaging part. That's what damaged this person, because it goes under the radar. Because what a codependent person does is they don't actually acknowledge, they choose to not acknowledge that this, like the degree to that this person hurt them because of their negative, let's say because of their alcoholism or whatever. They're more concerned about catering to the other person to keep the relationship and make them feel loved. But the what they do is, okay, by their way of showing love is really just like, I'm catering to you, whatever. But what they're really doing is subconsciously trying to prime the other person, like displaying the kind of love they want to receive. And when they don't receive it, they snap, they're vindictive. These are the people that don't let you see their kids, like that, because it's not love, because it's self-serving. Understand? So it's very hard to notice that when it's happening, because they seem caring, and it takes a while. But the thing about codependency is, again, it's an actual issue people need to go to therapy for. The thing about codependency is that codependent people don't allow the people they're with to grow. They don't want them to grow. No one's saying it's malicious. It's just part of their toxicity. So let's say with the alcoholism example, right? By them sitting down and saying, let's talk about it. Why'd you do this? Oh my God, but I love you. But you're my soul. I'm never going to leave you. We just got to work on this. I don't want you to throw plates at me anymore. Right? Using their emotions. What they're actually doing is enabling the alcoholic. You know? They actually stop the person that they're with from growing. You know? From growing away from their problems, from healing, from not being an alcoholic anymore, by not doing drugs anymore. They actually purposely keep them in a place where they can't grow because it benefits them. Because as long as they're in that place and this person keeps screwing up, they can keep rescuing. And that makes them feel needed. That was the dynamic. Do you understand? So this person, when they came together with you, you seem like a demon. Why do you seem like a demon? Because if this person was an alcoholic and threw a plate at you, you were like, what the fuck? You would flip out, or whatever, even if you had, like, it would bring out your toxicity, whatever, but your love, you did love this person, your reactions, even if you had things to heal yourself, actually came from a place of love, not self-serving. Your reactions came from a place of, I'm upset because I want you to do better than that. Like, why are you doing that? Right? This person, because they were dealing with someone like that, was so emotionally manipulated that he didn't know. This person does not know, like, what's real, what's not, what's love, what's not, because they were in a codependent relationship. So any kind of relationship that's not codependent, where someone's actually showing love and real love, real love gets pissed when you do stupid things so that you can grow. Real love doesn't want you to be like that. You know what I mean? But this person would then see you as someone who was criticizing them, putting them down, etc. And they also did not feel loved by you because you were not catering to them the way the codependent person was catering to them. They were not able to see that that's not how it works. That's not real love. That's not love. So I'm getting that this person had a very difficult time distinguishing between, am I being emotionally manipulated, or is this love? Okay? Because the thing is, like I said, somebody that has codependencies, they flip out on somebody when they don't get what they want, because they give love just so the person can give it back. That's the purpose. They don't give love just because I love you. You understand? So, right? And when they don't get the love that they want back, let's say they explode. Let's say you guys, whenever you guys would have an argument, it would remind them of that person. So they were unable to distinguish that you guys had a soul connection, and this is actually like love. They were unable to distinguish between that one and the other. And I feel like now you guys are at a point where these lessons have been learned. Like, this person's aware of that now. Okay? Because at a certain point, unconditional love doesn't die, so you're going to figure it out sooner or later, right? That's what that was. So this person was dealing with literally annihilated, I'm getting, their self-esteem. And I'll tell you how that in many ways. I can go on and on in many ways. Because this person, like I said, enabled their toxic patterns. This person did not do anything for their growth. This person, again, loved to get love. They were not capable of loving. So when that happens, this person was never able to grow. This person had a lot of growing to do, a lot of toxic patterns. So this person's self-esteem got annihilated. Why? Because what ends up happening is this codependent person never feels satisfied, right? So they feel like a failure. And because this person has never inspired them to grow, because they're codependent and enabling, this person kept doing their toxic behaviors, addictions, kept cheating, kept doing whatever the hell they were doing. And what did I say before? That creates a shame cycle. So this person at a certain point just felt shame and guilt and unworthy, and wasn't able to recognize that it was because they were with this person. And because this person used their emotions to manipulate, made them feel like, oh, this person's so loving and giving and does so much for me, and look at the shit that I'm doing. So I'm like terrible. And would use their emotions to manipulate this person. This person didn't realize that this person was destroying this person. There's nothing unworthy about them at all. They just had patterns like everyone else. But it was perpetuated because of their connection to this person. And their self-esteem was annihilated. Annihilated. That's what I get. Deep insecurity. deep insecurity. And this other person either attempted to get in between your relationship with this person and you. I think this person shut it down. Or this person's healing from that, because that takes a lot. When you get that realization, that hits you. It hits you. It's like you don't know what's left, right, north, south, east, west, you know. So that's what's been happening. So the divine's encouraging you again with the temperance card, the healing cards. Get out of the devil energy. Understand what's been going on. But in a way, this mirrors you. Somehow you've gone through the same thing. Okay? But this person now realizes the truth. That's what I'm getting. That's one group. Another detail I'm getting. What I want to mention about that, there is a deep need to cleanse the sacral chakra. If you don't know what that is, Google it. When you, let's say you share a child with somebody, or you have sex with someone, and in regards to the person I just spoke about, let's use that as an example if you resonated with that, okay? If you don't know about the situation I'm telling you right now, if you had an inkling, this is what happened. Thing is, when somebody like that, that's codependent like that, energetically, even if you're not connected, they're still pulling you. Especially if you had a sexual connection or you had a child or something. So it's kind of like a spiritual STD. Okay? So there's a lot of cleansing that this person needs. And if you were sexually active with this person that you're watching this for, this third party's energy, nasty, toxic energy, spiritually, not only infiltrated this person's energy, but yours too. So they're just emphasizing to please, you need to do a spiritual bath. You need to light sage, Palo Santo, whatever you need. Okay? Or just dream about cutting that cord, because this person's spiritually dirty. The truth. But I think this person has been awakened to these kind of things. Is what I'm getting. There is also somebody here that has a gambling issue. Straight up. A lot of self-destructive issues. If you thought that, you got it. Okay? There is somebody here, but what I'm getting, I have a whole list of things. There's a lot of alcohol issues and drugs here and gambling. I'm telling you. Addictions to promiscuous sex, etc. I can go on and on. Honestly, the divine gave me a huge list. But I'm thinking right now, is it even necessary? I think that's what Archangel Michael wanted to get at. Is it even necessary? I gave you one of the biggest problems. The root of it is, it goes down to the same thing. Fear, deep feelings of inadequacy, unworthiness, and abandonment issues because of neglect in childhood or whatever, self-neglect. And then patterns of toxicity, just to, because that's what we do as humans, confirm that we're terrible. That's what's been going on. That's it. Whatever way they displayed that, I'm telling you, I saw the Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Very quickly, this person's going to open up about these things. I feel like this person was unable to open up to you about these things because they have such shame and they're so used to people criticizing them or whatever that they felt like you would look at them as less than, or they were going to hurt you, because these are things that might hurt you, to be honest. But you need to get to a place energetically where you can have these conversations. Because again, Archangel Michael is saying, you have to pick a side. If you want to say you have a soul connection with this person, and you want union, and you want to get married, then you need to understand that this is a part of union. And being married is creating a safe space to talk about the shitty stuff and having each other's back. And also knowing when to leave. But if you keep your hearts open, you shouldn't have a problem. Your job is not there to judge them. Okay? Your job is to love them unconditionally. And if something is terrible enough, just say like 8 of Cups, like, I'm going to have to go. But I don't judge you. You know, always giving them the opportunity to grow, not enabling. All right? Is what I'm getting. This is so angelic. Archangel Michael's pausing me from saying much right now. Because this is about to unfold. Honestly, it could be this week or next week. I think the reason Archangel Michael had me post the last reading and this reading was just to get you guys in the right vibration so that you can allow it. All right, I'm going to pull some cards so that you can allow it, because this is where you're at right now. You're blocking it with your mind, your thoughts. Okay? This is the inability to communicate. That's what I said, right? All right. This was interesting. It is very late. I'm only going to pull a couple cards for confirmation. I think it was mostly channeled message. Told you travel. I keep channeling travel. This is moving forward. I'm just going to pull a couple cards to confirm the messages. Maybe I'll post again tomorrow or the day after, because I felt like this was inconclusive. But I can't. Now I have to, because I mentioned this card, and I mentioned this card, and I mentioned this card too, and this card. Look at that. And when they do that, that's their way of telling me to stop. You guys, oh my God, and this card, because he knows I'm in a rush. Can you make it up? I don't even want to tell you how late it is right now. But I am going to post another reading because this was interesting. He just wanted to get that message out. Number one, this is a very angelically led connection. Like I said, look, angel, angel, angel. The Hierophant came out here in the same place it came out in the reading yesterday. This person might be a Cancerian. I always mention that with the Chariot card, because Cancer means home, family, nurturing. And the reason I'm emphasizing that is because on the 29th of December, we're having a full moon in Cancer. And that full moon in Cancer marks the culmination and the promise of fulfillment of that which started at the new moon. Okay? Romance, fertilization, relationships. So whatever energy started at the new moon, which was like now, that's why Archangel Michael is pushing it. At the 29th, on the full moon in Cancer, it's going to culminate that. Like, it's going to come into fruition. And I find that significant that this is the Cancer card. Okay? Followed by the Hierophant in the same position as it was before. The Hierophant is a counterpart to the High Priestess. This is the masculine energy, though. Spiritually awakened. Understanding these concepts that we're talking about right now. Okay? It's a change in perception. Wise. Number 5 means change. Holy shit. Do we not realize? 1, 2, 3. We just got 4 major arcana in a row. Major arcana signify major life changes. Soul lessons. Told you. Minor arcana is like the ace of the 10 of all the suits. Cups, swords, wands, pentacles. And the one that we got for the minor arcana literally is the 2 of Cups, which is love. So after all these soul lessons, you guys get to come together. And the reason we're starting with the 2 of Cups and not the 10 of Cups is because realistically, you're not just going to talk one day and be married the next day. You're going to start again. You're going to build your tower again. So you start at the 2, and it comes, this is the acknowledgement. I love you too. And from there, you could build something with an open heart. That's what this is. This is the opening of your heart and coming together. And also not making things so heavy. You don't want to pressure things like that. If you feel the desire to make something the 10 of Cups, like right now, you're in your devil energy. You just got to focus on love. Okay? This person's literally, quite literally coming forward. This person literally decided to move forward past their devil energy with strength. Strength. And with the infinity sign on top of her, that means that strength, you can't look back. Once you see something and understand something, you can't understand it and unsee it. Again, this was angelically led, and I channeled that. This is balance. You see? Tempering the emotions. cleansing. And let me tell you something. You know, I don't believe people could change, even though 5 means change. Yes, people change, but I see it in a different perspective. And it goes with what Archangel Michael was saying. And he's saying it again. I don't believe people truly change, even their shitty stuff. I believe people learn how to temper, not change. You are who you are. You cannot completely change. You cannot expect this person to completely change. You can expect this person and expect yourself to be tempered. Meaning, okay? That's exactly what this means. That's what the Hierophant and the High Priestess understands. That's what the Hierophant and the High Priestess understands. That's what makes them wise. The devil energy wants perfection because perfection doesn't exist. That's the whole point. That's what screws your life up. The Higher Priestess and the Hierophant understands. They're wise enough to know that true love is a constant effort. Is a constant effort of being strong and taming the lions within yourself. Okay? A wise person understands, and that's when your heart is truly open and you actually have a relationship, understands that true love is the embodiment of this. Is understanding, is accepting each other's cup. The cup signifies your love, your emotion. The Two of Cups is accepting, like literally, look, do you understand? Now, do you see the meaning in this? There is a lion head with wings, which goes with the Strength card, which is a lion, and the wings from the Temperance card. That is the meaning behind it. I never actually noticed that, but I just did. That's how he had me see it. You become wise. And that's why the Hierophant signifies marriage. The Hierophant signifies things that are official. Because when you get to this place, that's when you truly have a real marriage. Like a marriage that doesn't end in the 50% of marriages that actually end in divorce. And those marriages end up in divorce because they got married based off codependency or attachment. Not this. It's different. This is moving forward because you guys are wise and spiritually awakened now. And again, the Two of Cups is you guys are able to open your heart space because you accept each other's cup. You accept each other's ability to love. With no boundaries, though, like with an open heart, unconditionally. Like, look, this is the cup I have, but I want to give it to you. I have some fucked up shit in there, but like, do you want it? like, me too. Here, this is my cup. But it comes from an unconditional place. Like, I'm always gonna be, but like, it's a little bit broken, but like, it's yours. That's what that is. It is the commitment with the lion and the wings to promise each other, I don't want to change you. I understand that the devil energy is believing people can change. But we promise each other to temper ourselves for each other and for ourselves. Which means having an open heart enough to like always have consideration for the other person and vice versa. You know? So that one person, if they see that you're doing something toxic, can actually sit down with you and feel safe enough to sit down with you and say, why are you doing that? You know? And then the other person be willing to temper that with an open heart space. Because you guys got to a place where you understand that love is truly just a constant evolution of growing together and tempering things. But it's about building trust and safety with each other enough to know that when these things come up, the other person's not asking you to change or to temper things for self-gratification. It's so that you guys can continue to grow together. That's what the Hierophant understands. And that is the foundation of a real marriage that works. And that is where you guys, whoever's watching, this is where this is headed. This is freaking beautiful. It really is. And it's very touching. It's very touching. And with all these major arcana, this was angelically led. This was angelically led. This whole process, you guys have been fighting each other's demons. Oh man, you can't make that shit up. Look. With the 10 of Pentacles, this is marriage and union. I just picked it up because they know I don't have forever. Oh my God, just like yesterday, I can cry. I can cry. Look who came out. I don't even want to pull any more tarot. This is long enough. I'll post again tomorrow. I can cry. This is so beautiful. Guys, open your heart space, please. You'd be stupid to not. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. And if this person really doesn't want to get out of their devil energy, at least open your heart enough to let someone else come into your life that can have this with you. But that's not, I'm sorry, but this is too significant to be somebody else. For the majority of you guys, this is the second reading in a row that the Hierophant and the High Priestess came out together. Did you see that? Because Archangel Michael knows I'm about to turn this off. I'm tired. The Hierophant is literally in other decks called the Pope or the High Priest. This is the High Priestess and the High Priest. This is the ultimate pair. This is the feminine energy. This is the masculine energy. This is union. This is marriage, but not any kind of marriage or union. This is the most divine, wise, all-knowing. I mean, this is the ultimate level you can reach. I don't have words for it, but everything that he just had me say, Archangel Michael, that's what that is. Ooh, my heart, this is beautiful. Oh my God. You guys literally, because Hierophant and High Priestess is the High Priest and the High Priestess, like literally your spiritual cards. It's just confirmation. You guys are spiritually led to be together. It's predestined. This was just predestined. And Archangel Michael saying, well, you're stupid if you don't realize that. What are you, like, you know? That's why this conversation's going to happen. Again, I just picked this up for no reason. The 10 of Pentacles came again. 10 of Pentacles is the creation of a happy home. Oh my God, and look what I just picked up again. The 7 of Cups that came out yesterday, which is this person being in the shadow and confused about like what love is, because cups signify love. So they're like, I don't know, this is emotional manipulation. If this person has a good heart, doesn't have a good heart, like I don't know what to do. It's in reverse. When it's in reverse, you know what that, oh, I cannot even react. The 6 of Cups is reconciliation. This is somebody from your past or childhood. I can't even react. I'm like so emotional right now, just like looking at this. Literally the same cards as yesterday and the cards I channeled. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. There is no denying this connection. This is moving forward, and it's moving forward quickly. Again, just like yesterday, the Wheel of Fortune. Number 10 means completion. The Wheel of Fortune also signifies karma. This is a karmic lesson. By you guys have finally, this with all these major arcanas, this signifies that you guys actually did learn the lesson. So all these messages is Archangel Michael just reminding you not to ruin it again. Just be open. Be patient. Don't push. Let it happen. Wheel of Fortune means something is going to happen on its own very quickly. But literally the Wheel of Fortune is karma. So like literally this is going to be hand delivered on a platter, silver platter to you from like the divine. Like it's just going to happen the way it should without you having to do anything other than just be. And again, the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune are both travel cards, and we got heavy travel. I'm going to say it again. Somebody's traveling to see somebody. If you haven't seen this person in a long time, you're seeing this person, and you're coming together. That's it. I'm just going to pull just like a clarifier or two. So I really just want to go to bed. I haven't slept in days with all these messages. I don't know. It's just so intense. Archangel Michael has really been pushing me in particular. Like, I know there's a major change that he wants me to have in my life. And it's like, I want to sleep. That was a mistake. Okay, what do you want to say? I love it. Look what's at the bottom. The Hanged Man and Justice. We got Justice yesterday also. The Divine is literally we got the same cards yesterday. Justice and the Wheel of Fortune literally means karmic justice. Like, you guys, by removing the Devil energy, are going to receive your karmic justice. And because we're closing out a 20-year cycle, like, literally, it's like your karmic justice out of 20 years of hardship. Honestly, that was also written. That was also predestined. That was what you were born to do, to learn. The Hanged Man is somebody that's just stuck, doesn't know their place in life, doesn't know what they're doing. Like, they're just stuck. Bringing justice to that. Okay? But look at the image in this Hanged Man card. He skinned himself. This is the occult tarot. It's not the regular tarot, so the images are different, and what it says underneath is different. Meaning, he removed the layers that were not his true self, or her. Teaches natural and planetary sciences. Oh my God, I did not even read that. In other decks, the Hangman has nothing to do with astrology. This again is confirming to me that this is karmic justice. This is happening. This was predestined, and this is happening now because of the planetary alignments. You have to allow it to happen. It's just beautiful to see how strong spirit is, like how things are just planned. Like, it just, there's no denying it. And I feel like you guys never had that conversation, but there's no denying what it is. And you need to just open your heart and just be real. Teaches natural and planetary sciences. Lights corpse lights above graves and moves bodies so the souls may be stolen. Damn. This person was in a hanged man state for a very long time, and their soul was stolen by the devil, by everything they went through. But because you both have, honestly, on the inside, you guys have very good hearts. That's what builds your karmic justice. That's why, despite the things you've gone through, for the rest of your life now, you're going to have a relationship that many people never get to experience until they die. Because you're getting rewarded. Justice, because you didn't deserve that. It was just part of your destiny. Justice. Tell how the angels fell. Reveals the past, present, and future. Teaches the liberal science. I told you. Who's the angel that fell? Lucifer, the devil. So now, it's the Wheel of Fortune, karmic justice, with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on the 21st, you're going to have justice, you're going to have clarity. The divine's going to tell you how the angels fell. The divine's going to tell you how you, angel, I told you this is angelically led, how the angels fell, how you guys fell and went into the devil energy. You guys are earth angels, straight up, whoever this is, that exists. One more and then we're done. I can't even. I'm done. Can't react. Want to know what it is? The World card, which I channeled also. It's very humbling. Makes one skilled in labor and crafts. Increases knowledge of philosophy and science. Mr. Hierophant and High Priestess. And just to emphasize, again, just like yesterday, the Chariot, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune all mean travel cards. Somebody is going to see somebody. I'm going to pull one Island Time Wellness card, and then we're going to leave. That was no. God. Sorry, everything's falling. Heart with a key. You can't make it up. There's your confirmation, babies. Want to see what it says? This is what we're ending with. Welcoming love. Meeting the one. Open your heart. Getting together. Perfect. The entire reading with one card that we're ending with. You're going to welcome love. You're going to be meeting the one, like physically, and you're going to know. You guys are going to open your heart spaces. Getting together, the travel cards. I just said that. And perfect. And it's a heart with a key, meaning your heart spaces were locked and it's finally being opened. And I don't know what it is about keys, but that key looks just like this one. I don't know what it is with keys. Look what just flipped here. I'm done. With this, I'm done. Just to reiterate, abundance. Look at all that money she's throwing. I told you, when you open your heart, money just comes. There's no stress. Oh, I know why they did this. Because they wanted to remind me that he had a message about career. I don't know why he keeps pushing that. There's all that money. I'm like, he's like, wait, you didn't say it. Oh my God, I can't even. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. What he had, the message he had wanted about that was, this is for someone. The divine saying it's time now for you to go after that passion, that business idea that you thought you were unworthy of having. You need to go after it now. And now is the time with the Wheel of Fortune, with the planetary events, for you to take steps toward it. I'm getting that whoever it is that I'm channeling, there's a message for this person. They've had ideas, they have a dream, of like opening their own business or starting something, but they lack the confidence to do it, or they feel like they don't have the finances to be able to start it up, whatever. There's something about you guys coming together that's going to give you guys the confidence, or you guys are going to support each other in order to do that. That's what real relationships do, right? Like, you hold each other down so that you guys can grow. But there's something about somebody, like, you're working like an animal, which is cool. Nothing wrong with what you're doing, but it's time for you to go after, or start at least planning and taking it seriously, what you really want to do. And what I am getting in particular, this is about somebody that really dreams about wanting to open their own business somehow, something on their own. But there's clouded judgment with a lack of vision of how to. The divine is saying, I already tell you, pay attention to your dreams 500 times, that you need to go after this. And there's abundance here. There's a person with money all over the place. And it's one person. So what that confirms to me is, I'm getting that whoever you two are, you're both going to independently be very financially abundant. Because your heart spaces are open. That's how you gain abundance. Both of you. But if you don't go after your dream and your vision and your business plan and what you feel in your heart, guess what? And he channeled that in the beginning. Relationships, career, everything goes hand in hand. That's why he's here with the balance. it all goes down to one thing. It all goes down to unlocking your heart. If you have the balls and the courage and the confidence to take steps in the stuff that you really feel in your heart, everything lines up. So it's time to take those visions, and no one's saying you have to start your business right now, but start mapping something out and stop just thinking about it like it's a dream, and like start actually little by little making it a reality. And it starts with you having a relationship with this person. I feel like it's just going to empower you guys. That's for somebody's, because somebody's been like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I don't know that I don't know that I can. Absolutely. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I don't know that I can. Two of Swords in the Emperor. The Two of Swords in the Rider Waite is the person we saw it in the beginning, blocking themselves because of their mind with the swords, their thoughts. But in this deck, he took that sword and he stabbed it on the ground, and he's like, you know what? It's time. Builds towers and provides weapons and ammunition. Sends soldiers to appointed places. That means you're a boss. What does that mean? Everything we've been talking about. It means it's time. He's just confirming that. For you to build your own goddamn tower. Hey. And who builds an empire? The Emperor. Confirmation. Stop sleeping on your dreams. And I think that's why the Ten of Pentacles kept coming up. Because the Ten of Cups is an abundant relationship with love. Ten of Pentacles is like financial, like you guys like literally built an empire. Pentacles is money. And I just split this. I don't know if you saw that. And you know what this is? The King of Pentacles. Turns any metal into gold. Gives one high offices and titles. Answers questions about past, present, and future. That's your answer. That's for somebody specific. You guys are about to conquer the world. All right.